Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and today I want to talk to you guys about the fact that the IPF has put out a memo basically warning their athletes against taking supplements in general. So let me put on my +5 out of weaponsmithing, work on skilling up my crafting a little bit, and let's talk about this. And this is important because organizations like the IPF, which is the biggest drug-tested powerlifting federation in the world, probably has more members than any even natural bodybuilding movement, any other powerlifting federation, anything like that. So as far as YouTube fitness goes, this is a big deal because a lot of fitness YouTubers compete in this organization, but do they not? I can think of quite a few off the top of my head. Everyone from Lane Norton to Eric Helms to Johnny Candido, Max Tuning, a lot of people, and there's a lot of others I'm missing there. Those are just the ones that come to my mind immediately, just off the top of my head. Well, the IPF is saying, look, you don't need to be taking supplements. And I'm going to basically just read a little bit of a quote here, and I'll link one of the copies of the article. It's been circulating through several federations and little organizations and everything everywhere. I saw it yesterday. Again, down here. While it is easy to assume that an inadvertent anti-doping rule violation can only happen to someone else, in reality, anyone that uses supplements is at risk, even after taking any recommended precautionary steps. And a lot of what they put in here goes on to say that there have been so many people who've been popped for taking over-the-counter supplements that they're at the situation to where it's like, look, if you're a drug-tested athlete, you do not need to take supplements. The precautionary steps are, oh, let me check the ingredients, let me see if anyone else has failed a drug test for this supplement, blah, blah, blah. Doesn't work. And what they are basically saying is that we don't care that you inadvertently took it. We're putting out enough memos, just like this one. They're telling you if you use any supplements at all, you're at risk of failing a drug test, because we know the supplement industry has a known track record of over and over and over putting illegal drugs in their products. And they have to do that because supplements don't work. All right, they don't work. They don't help you. They don't do anything. If you're already on a decent, balanced diet, you probably will not see any benefits from supplements. So in order to sell these things, they've got to slip drugs into them from time to time. And tons of people get popped for it. Olympic athletes, IPF guys, all sorts of people are failing drug tests because of over-the-counter stuff they take. And that's the thing that's funny. There are people out there who are absolute masters at passing drug tests. They can take 3 or 4 different drugs and pass a test, and they get popped for the supplements. Why? Because you don't know what drugs are in the supplements. You have no way to regulate the specific drug. You have no way to regulate the dosing. You have no way to manipulate it to pass a drug test. So it's rather ironic that you have a lot of people out there who are failing these, who are like, but I never took that drug. I didn't take that particular drug. It's because it was in their over-the-counter product. They know you can mask something if you know what you're taking and how much, and you know how that particular substance works. There's a lot of things that can be masked. When you're taking a drug you don't know you're taking, best of luck with that. And that's the situation they're running into. And here's the thing. I think the IPF is right. And you guys need to understand the IPF is a major governing body as far as doping and strength sports go. When it's telling its athletes, if we don't care, stop taking supplements, that's what they're saying. Stop taking supplements. We don't care anymore because we warned you guys repeatedly that supplements can cause you to fail drug tests, that there are drugs in them all the time. Just because it's not on the label doesn't mean it doesn't have a drug in it. Stop taking them. That if you get popped for this, it's your responsibility. As an athlete, it is your responsibility to know what goes into your own body or not. And since you know, and we've warned you guys repeatedly, that over-the-counter supplements can cause you to fail drug tests, if you fail a drug test, we're not going to treat it any differently than if you just took a syringe and injected that substance knowingly. Because you basically are doing it knowingly. And what I mean is, anyone who keeps up with the news knows that drugs, anabolics, amphetamines, everything else all the time get thrown into supplements. If you take over-the-counter supplements hoping they'll help you build muscle or strength or burn fat or anything, you don't get to claim natty. And if you fail a drug test because of it, it's going to be considered intentional. It's going to be considered intentional because anyone with 2 brain cells to rub together knows right now, if you take an over-the-counter supplement, any of this crap out there, there's a possibility that you are putting a performance-enhancing drug into your body. Okay, there's a possibility of it, and you're assuming that risk, and therefore you shouldn't call yourself drug-free and you shouldn't call yourself natural, and if you fail a drug test, we're going to consider it to be intentional. We're not going to let that slide anymore, because a smart person, if you had a rule that said that, well, if you just bring them your supplement and they found the drug in your over-the-counter supplement that you'll be cleared, then every smart person would take every single supplement with a good record they could find, because they know there's going to be drugs in them. They would all be taking BioGrow as soon as it came out and it was reporting drug-like effects. They would go buy BioGrow and just take tons of it. Why? Because it would be a way to cheat on a drug test. It would be a way to cheat on a drug test, and that's the way to look at it. Anyone using supplements that anyone's out there saying, man, this stuff worked really good, you know there's probably a drug in it. So if you take it, you're intentionally taking an anabolic. There's no difference, because it's not like everyone doesn't know this happens anymore. It's common knowledge that this happens all the time. People like me talk about it, but the news talks about it. It's everywhere. It's well known. So that's kind of the point. That should apply to all of you out there too, even people on YouTube. Anyone who stands there and takes an over-the-counter supplement and calls themselves natural, we need to consider them to be liars. Because the probability is that anyone who's tried 12 different supplements, the probability that they've taken an anabolic or two at that point from those products is pretty high. And so them running around screaming about, oh, I'm natural, I've done all this drug-free, but they take every single new supplement that comes out, so they're probably getting a new stream of anabolics in all the time. That's not natural, and you knowingly are doing it at this point. You're knowingly doing it, because no supplement can possibly help you build a single drop of muscle mass unless it has an anabolic in it. And if you're taking supplements and you feel like they're working, then common sense should tell you, hey, this one's probably been spiked. So you're taking anabolics, and if you claim natural, you're a liar. You are a liar. You might be deceiving yourself and saying you're not, but you are. You're lying. And common sense should dictate that you should realize that you are lying at that point. It's just common sense, guys. And I think the IPF stance on this is strong. I think it needs to be shared everywhere, because it kind of goes back around to all these dudes pimping all these supplements, and you take 8 different supplements while screaming they're natural. No, you're not. There's no way statistically you take 8 different supplements at a time and one of them isn't spiked with a drug. All right, you're not natural. And the same thing with athletes. Athletes have been warned repeatedly these products can be spiked with drugs, and they frequently are. So they're like, look, don't take them. Don't take any supplements. If you do and you fail your drug test, we're going to consider it intentional. You're going to be banned. That's it. You're done. So enjoy your pre-workout. Enjoy your protein shake, but don't cry when you fail your drug test, because you're going to be considered an intentional cheater at that point. And I think that's a good stance to take, and we need more organizations to do this so that we can get this whole stupid ass industry shut down. Because if athletes quit taking it, athletes quit promoting it, the only people left will be the natural bodybuilders. And see, natural bodybuilding will never do this, because natural bodybuilding only exists because of the supplement industry. It wouldn't have any following, it wouldn't exist at all, it wouldn't get any marketing without the supplement industry. So if these guys stop using supplements, well then those organizations will be shut down, and a new bodybuilding fed will be started that does pump them. So you won't be able to see it with natural bodybuilding. You'll never see it with them. But if every other organization will do it, I think it can make a dent in stopping this absurd industry, because quite frankly, this industry doesn't help anyone. None of their products are beneficial for the most part. They aren't useful. No one out here is going to see a deterioration in health, a deterioration in performance, loss of muscle, or even any impact on their gains at all if this whole industry goes away. Let's just be honest here. No one out there is going to lose any benefits when it goes away, other than maybe having a little more money in their pocket. Alright guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.